I'm Abiola Jackson. This is the Entertainment News and Celebrity Gossip TV for Sunday, May the 11th. In entertainment news, according to Hot New Hip Hop, Elliott Wilson calls cap on Mal's industry rappers' claim that Drake outrapped Kendrick Lamar. So, hip hop purists like Elliott Wilson discussed the infamous beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake a year after it began. Last week, DJ Head was the latest guest on the new Rory and Mal podcast. During the conversation, Molly claimed industry rappers believed that Drake outrapped Kendrick Lamar in the beef. Molly would go on to favor the best track of the beef was Family Matters. So Elliott Wilson weighed in on this whole debate between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And let's hear what he had to say. Just hold on. We'll get to that right now.
Like to not remember Euphoria or to act like that song didn't exist or that no bars hit from that song. That's a little delusional.
He knows what is it, the braids. Come on, buddy. You know what is it, the braids.
It is the braids. To act like it's not. So he said that Drake's brand wasn't affected at all, but then is okay with Drake suing UMG because his brand is affected allegedly. Yeah. Those two things can't coexist. That is delusion. Family Matters being the better song, that you referenced, that's cool. That can be objective, but the loss and the win based on what actually happened is an objective stat. Like everyone has come to this agreeing, even in a loss.
I don't like this thing of like, I like Family Matters a lot. It's a great record, right? But doesn't mean Drake won the battle. And I feel like his whole stance is like, okay, so he keeps trying to do this secret thing of like all the rappers tell me, which to me is like a lot of East Coast rap. Like Drake's rap style is more traditional. I'm from the East Coast, more of that traditional East Coast bar style, right? Of his rapping. Yeah. Kendrick's style is a little different. I grew up in an era when nobody gave Pac his props because Pac wasn't a traditional MC. We didn't want to say Pac is one of the great ones while he was alive. I was there. Now we say he belongs there with anybody else in hip hop. So Kendrick's style is different. It doesn't make him not a dope MC like Drake. Drake's style is more of a traditional East Coast style. So what he's saying, like, oh, Family Matters, the bars, it's almost like he wants a Grammy for like best vocal performance of bars goes to Drake. So that means he won the battle. It's like some technicality that makes him win. When Kendrick made a palette of diverse, different, effective records with great lyrics, different styles of records. That's why he won the battle.
And you're not even putting Family Matters up against Not Like Us. Those are two completely different songs with two completely different motives. Not Like Us was supposed to be a hit song. You could put Euphoria up against Family Matter and go bar for bar, or 616 or Meet the Grams. That's fine. But those two songs are not the same just because Drake didn't actually have anything that could compare to Not Like Us.
But you don't out-rap somebody if somebody makes that many different records with diverse records and like effective lyrics to those songs. That doesn't out-rap somebody. He out-rapped him. He outperformed him. I mastered him on everything. Like, it doesn't... Just because you like his bars on Family Matters, I like his bars on Family Matters too. That doesn't mean, like, he wins some, like, secret trophy of, like, best vocal bars performance goes to Drake. So really, he won. No, it doesn't work that way. Sorry.
For the record, I didn't want to do this.
I know you didn't. Can I just say thank you? I know... Can you just admit you probably did it because I'm a pain in the ass and okay. You didn't do it for me?
No, I did it. Well, I did it partially for
West Coast,
y'all who wanted me to do it, and Gina. But like, I had a real nigga conversation with Rory about it, like beforehand. Like, I don't want, because they had some real theatrics planned.
Yeah, of course. I know. I was part of it,
and I'm just like, that's not what I want to do.
You kept me and Jeremy home. We would have flew out with you.
I don't want to do no theater, no WWE off the top rope. He would have flew
all of us out.
I don't want to do no off the top rope shit. We all could have been
dots on the plane. Like, boom, we could have been out there.
I didn't want to do none of the circus shit. So for me, let's just have a
looking back on it, do you regret it? Do you feel like you went classy enough that you could justify it and feel good?
No, I'm always gonna be me and represent my family and where I'm from to the best of my ability. So I don't have any quarrels about how I did or how.
Okay, one last thing. You live by code. You always say you're accountable. Somebody calls your phone, a serious business, you got to pick up the phone. What's been the feedback to you about your appearance?
I got calls. I for sure got calls.
Okay, but everybody feels it was good overall.
Yes,
you did a good job.
Yes, I didn't besmirch. Look that shit up.
I got you.
I didn't besmirch any of the homies.
Besmirch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was proud. I watched the whole thing. It was the first time I felt like a fan again in a while of hip hop media as just a viewer, because I feel like we're so entrenched in so many things and we know all these people. It's really hard to like sit back and watch. But I just felt like I was enjoying watching this conversation.
Yeah.
And every time you laughed out loud, like I was legitimately
he was
enjoying.
lifting
Like,
Roy's
that was
chair up
very
laughing.
funny.
He was lifting Roy's
Yeah.
chair up. You don't even do
Yeah.
that here in the bigger picture. You don't lift your seat up.
We have more sturdier chairs.
We do. We
They're
do.
harder to move.
We do.
Well, thank you,
They're
DJ
swivel.
Head.
We don't swivel.
But that was great for hip hop media. Great for the
Yeah.
culture.
Also, to be fair, like Gina was like, you have to participate. Like you don't like
Shout out Gina.
you're not gonna engage on the foolishness. You're not gonna engage in the internet stuff. You're not gonna engage on this different things. She's like, you have to like participate to some degree. But also, shout out to some of the OG homies. Like they were saying to me that if anyone's gonna represent us, like they're glad that it's me.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
opposed to being someone else. And that's cool. Like, I guess I didn't realize the void that is California.
Mm-hmm.
Someone authentically from California speaking on California culture to the masses, representing California everywhere. I didn't realize that was a real void like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew coming up, but now so many podcasts and platforms, I'm like, why is all of this on me? And it's like, well, that's just what it is. So
yeah, you're the only one repping that with that authenticity of it. Like, and I guess with the battle, you didn't know you was really stepping into all that. You just was kind of in the moment and I guess expressing yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you deal with all that comes with it now.
I also appreciate Maul and Rory. I mean Rory and Maul for like even being open to having the dialogue, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
And being, because I thought they were gonna cut the clips up and make me look crazy. I'm like, so I'm just like,
That would have been hard to do.
but I went dolo, like I went solo. I was in New York by myself, like
King of New York, West Coast.
Walking around and shit. But it was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you, Ed.
It was cool to see the last thing I thought was interesting is like you have all of these arguments going on and you just see it on Twitter all the time, or you see it like online in comment sections. It was cool to see the opinion well articulated from you in the face of things that then it's like, okay, if somebody's saying something that sounds wild, to have you to actually put it into context and explain it, and then it looks even crazier. It looks like for example, like the code stuff, right? Where like Maul and people have made this argument where they say, why would Kendrick take it there? The fact that he used the PDF word and threw that on him, that's the worst thing you could ever do. And he said, we have families now. They both have kids. The fact that Kendrick took it there is crazy. Like for you to actually be able to sit there and be like, we both agree. There's a conversation had. There's a line. The line is crossed. All rules are out the window. And what else was said? What was said on his side that may have been offensive to Kendrick and his family and put them in harm. So I just was happy that those things were able to be articulated.
A lot of people were upset with me though because they said I didn't go hard enough. But that ain't my personality.
That wouldn't have been, yeah.
I don't crash out and go hard, and that ain't really what I do. So it's just like, I was trying to explain to them stoicism.
Yeah, well,
that's just not what I do.
Didn't work. Well, shout out to Rory and Maul and Damaris and the whole squad. Elliott, I have a question for you.
Oh God, here we go.
What happened to your Instagram?
Wait, before.
So that's it. That's Elliott's reaction. Elliott Wilson's reaction. Very interesting reaction that he gave in regards to the Kendrick Lamar Drake battle. It's a very, very, very interesting response that he gave in regards to that. I have nothing else to say or add. I just wanted to let you guys hear Elliott Wilson's perspective on what he thought about the whole thing. That's all. I guess it was very interesting. I have nothing else to say. Hit the like and subscribe button for more entertainment news, Celebrity Gossip TV. That's all I have to say. Nothing else. Until next time, peace out.